There is a famous saying, if a man says he is not afraid of dying, he is either lying or is a Gorkha. I here representing the country of Mount Everest, Nepal. Good morning everyone. This is Indira Aryal. Today I and my fellow members are here to present on the loss resolving and drawn-up triangle techniques. Before getting into the presentation, we would like to thank the organizer of KE Hackathon for giving us this opportunity to present our project. My team members are Mr. Krishna Kumar Shrestha and Ms. Aditi Khanal. I will be discussing about the resolving basics, and our project findings and discussion will be presented by Ms. Aditi, and the overall summary will be discussed by Krishna. First of all, let's begin with a question: what is loss reserve? Reserve means an amount recorded in the financial statements or accounting system in order to reflect the potential obligations. So the loss reserve is a provision for unpaid claim liabilities. For example, when an insurance company raises an insurance policy, it makes certain obligations to the policyholders, including the payment of claims covered by that policy. So loss reserves are established by the insurers to help ensure they have adequate capital to cover the unpaid claim obligation. That leads me to the next topic: why is a reserve needed? When a policyholder made an accident, he or she will then claim to the insurance company to compensate their losses, and the insurer is now liable, and the financial statements need to reflect this. Here is the cycle of settlement process. First of all, the policyholder brought an policy, and after certain times, when the accident occurs, after the 5 days, the accident reported to the insurance company, and in the next 5 days, the accident entered into the insurance company records, and the case reserve of say 20,000 established. Then after the 5 days, the insurance company financial statements due, and in the next 5 days or in the next time period, the claim settled for 20,000, and our reserve will be deducted to the zero, and finally the claim closed. In this way, the settlement process occurs from the date of accident to the final claim payment. Loss reserves can be broken down into the two components: cash reserves and IBNR. Cash reserves are the estimates of unpaid claim liability for the specific claims, and IBNR is the portion of unpaid claim liability not covered by case reserves. So the total loss reserves equals to case reserves plus IBNR. Here the ultimate loss is the sum of reported loss, and IBNR means not reported losses. So reported losses here, the paid losses, and and paid losses is the amount where the insurance company paid the certain loss amount, and after that the case reserves and IBNR is included in the unpaid losses. IBNR, insurers estimate the IBNR reserves as part of their claim reserves estimate for reporting on their financial statements, where the claim reserves are the estimates of the claims that have occurred on or before the financial statements report date, but which have yet to be paid. Similarly, a current liability had to be reported regularly on the insurer's financial statements, even though the actual final settlement cost of the claim may be unknown to the entity on that date. So the accuracy of this claim reserves estimate is important to the insurer for a number of reasons. It impacts the insurer's profitability, financial position, and strength, which influences how investors and regulators view. And the second one is pricing, underwriting, strategic, and financial decision made by its management. And the next one is claim reserves comprises of the mainly two portions. One is outstanding case reserves, and the second one is IBNR claim reserve estimate. Outstanding case reserve for the claim incurred and reported as of the financial report date. Similarly, the IBNR reserve estimate, as mentioned above, which consists of a pure IBNR reserve estimate, a claim that have incurred but which has not yet been reported to the insurer. And the second one is provision for the future development of claims already reported to the insurer. Then a provision for claims that will reopen in the future. And the last one is provision for the claims that have been reported but which are not yet recorded in the insurer's books. So these are and the next is the data requirement for the IBNR estimation. First of all, class of the business, product type to date of the policy, from date of the policy, policy number, claim amount, loss date, intimation date, claim paid dates, claim settlement expenses, reinsurance paid. In this way, after in our project we specify the above data requirements, and then data is collected, process it, clean it and analyze it, and finally come to the conclusion which will be discussed by my fellow members. Now I would like to call my fellow member Miss Aditi Khanal to present the next part. Thank you.
Thank you, Indira, for your appealing presentation. Ms. Indira provided gist of loss resolving, which has been our area of focus for the development of this project. Hello, I am Aditi Khanal. A very warm regards from my side to you all. The opportunities presented by KAE Hackathon and constant hard work by our team have landed us today in the finals, for which I am forever grateful to you organizers and my fellow team members. It has been a great learning opportunity. Thank you. Having said that, today I am here to talk about findings we SMS Nepal came across while engaging with the project. Upon doing so, I have presented it in the form of answers to the question you have presented us. Now let's move toward our first question. How do you interpret the incurred versus ultimate loss ratio? Incurred and ultimate loss ratio both are the measures of profitability of the line of insurance business. Incurred and ultimate ratio, however, differs in a slight manner. Incurred loss ratio is the sum of paid losses and case reserves divided by earned premium. Generally, in the incurred loss ratio, incurred but not reported is not included. The ultimate loss ratio is the sum of paid losses, case reserve, incurred but not reported, together with the allocated and unallocated loss adjusted expenses divided by the earned premium. Though there exists a slight difference between incurred loss ratio and ultimate loss ratio, both the ratio is preferred to be lower. If the incurred or ultimate loss ratio is above 1 or 100%, the insurance company is unprofitable and may be in poor financial health because it is paying out more in claims than it is receiving in premiums. However, while comparing, it may not be possible to know the exact value of ultimate loss ratio for a long time after the end of policy period. Now moving to ask the next question, we have which class of business is the most profitable and why? We were presented with class 1, class 2, class 4, class 6 and class 11. Upon analyzing the data, we have come to the conclusion that class 11 is the most profitable business, which can be based on the observations extracted as increase in premium earned in 2019 than 2018, decrease in paid in later year than earlier, decrease in ultimate loss in later year, decrease in IBNR in profit in later year, that is 2019. Now, moving to our further question. Many lines are suggesting a negative IBNR. What does it mean? IBNR can also be negative. There are several reasons for the same. The reasons we came across are: the IBNR can be negative because of several reasons, the most significantly probably being when claims settle for less than their case estimates. Other reasons could include salvage, subrogation, recoveries from other third parties. Further, if incurred losses develop downwards between the accounting date and the valuation date underlying the ultimate loss peak, then we can get negative IBNR. Another reason would be a triangle of incurred claims produce negative IBNR commonly, particularly on the earlier, that is more developed years, if the case estimates are prudent. For the later, that is less developed year, the effect of prudence in the case estimate would be more than offset by claims that haven't been yet reported to the insurer, so would be much less likely to see negative IBNR. Further, it can generate negative reserves or negative IBNR if estimated ultimate loss is less than paid losses or estimated ultimate loss is less than incurred losses, where ultimate losses equals to paid losses plus outstanding reported losses plus IBNR losses. With this, I would like to conclude the findings. Our project has been coded in R programming. Now to talk further about our experience with KAE Hackathon and how our project have progressed. I would like to hand over this presentation to my other fellow team member, Mr. Krishna Kumar Shrestha.
Thank you, Indira and Aditi, for your wonderful presentation. Hello and namaste. It's me, Krishna Kumar Shrestha. Today I am here to share our experiences during the hackathon. For us, the hackathon has been a great opportunity to learn about general insurance, loss reserving, and IBNR. As in the picture, we had to spend a lot of our time on coding and searching on Google. It was not easy, but every time we understood, we felt like flying in the sky. But Google be like, go back to Earth and learn more, because we had to learn more about general general insurance and reserving. Now, let's let me explain what have we done then. To begin, data which was provided by KAE in Excel format. RStudio quite slow to read it, so I have converted it into the RDS format and read it in R. See how data works. We can observe that ACRD, which is accounting period, is in numeric format. So we need to change its data type, and all other are as per the data requirement that was explained by my friend Indira. Let's move to data preparation steps. For this presentation, we will create triangle for gross incurred of class number 1. We need data. Then we filter out class only 1 for 1. Now we will select columns required for creating triangle. As I have said earlier, accounting period is in numeric format. We need to change it into date format. LubriDate package is a very easy to use packages for working with dates. Here you can see that the accounting period column adds year and month. So to convert into a date, we have ym function. Now we need to extract year part only. Again, we use LubriDate. Similar way, we can extract year part from the date of loss and create a new column year of loss. Then we will group by and summarize the data. Create a new column incurred by adding gross payment and gross outstanding. Then we will create a lag. Now our data is in required format. Let's store it in data 1. Now we will create triangle using s.triangle function in chain package. The first argument is the data that we want to change into a triangle. The second argument is origin, and third argument is development year, and fourth argument is the value that needs to be in our triangle. We can observe that our triangle is not in cumulative format. That's why we need to convert it into a cumulative format. I could not get any functions in chain ladder package that could cumulate the triangle into a cumulative triangle. So what I did is I have created my own function. Here you can see how I have created my function. Now when I use my um, inbuilt my self-made function, you can see that it is in accumulated format. Now let's store this cumulative data to triangle 1. Let's use chain ladder method to create a triangle. Here are the output that comes from the above code. Latest development year, ultimate IBNR. All of these were extracted from this output and uh, copy paste into the Excel sheets that were given to us. We can also create look at the triangle, and we can also see the full triangle. In this way we have completed our first stage. In the second stage we were told to um, remove the large claim payment. We removed those large claim payment, and again we followed the same steps that just I saw right now, that I have shown right now. In the second stage we were also given a additional data set which I merged using uh, row bind command and did same thing that I have done in this presentation. Thank you for allowing us to participate in this hackathon